Artificery, the growing discipline of combining magic and technology to create magic usable by those without the talent to manipulate it directly. In Bulwar, the gift of magic is granted to the chosen by Surael. If magic was needed, for whatever reason, by the common people, then an elf could be petitioned by the clergy to work said magic. Artifice, however, has given rise to a unique problem. If the common folk can suddenly perform magic through the means of artifice, then magic is no longer a gift given only to the chosen, which would undermine our control and a major aspect of the divinity seen in us by the people. Magic is a privilege given to us by Surael himself, and us alone. But the humans make a decent point. Artifice is not technically magic, at least not directly. We have convened a council of wise elders, mages, priests, and scientists, all elves of course, to determine the risks of artifice and analyze any potential benefits to allowing the people to make use of it. Until then, we need to remove the influence of artifice from the people. But how extreme should our measures be? So, with that done, what is the next? We got a lot of money, even though I spent 15 grand on Medudad. Let's have a look at Bulwar, actually. Oh, hello. What's this? I can claim economic hegemon. Do I claim economic hegemon? Yeah, fuck it. Economic hegemony. So that means, obviously, over 1,000... 1,000.86. Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. 1,001 ducats. And also, no allies is one of the things that you have to do. The Sun Elven nobles are worried, oh no. The Sun Elven nobility in our realm have approached the Empress with their concerns over the potential power imbalance if humans are allowed to use artificery. They say that the restriction of magic to the Elven ruling class is a vital signifier of our status as Surael's chosen, and despite the common folk claiming that artifice is not magic but something entirely different, the elves believe it could easily corrupt their vision, smearing the clear light of Surael in the people's eyes. They wish to know Empress Celador the First's thoughts on the matter. Only the investigation's results will influence our choice. The University of Zewix has attracted a new strand of teachers and students who are eager to modernize the institution. They're asking for funding to open a new college where they can further develop what they call new science, with a more experimental outlook of what they claim to be a less dogmatic approach to the world. Of course, within the existing academy, there are some resistance to these would-be reformers. They argue that the money could better be spent supporting the existing institution, as well as new ideas are not necessarily better ideas. 5 grand for innovativeness. I kind of want that inno, to be honest. I do kind of be wanting the inno. Just gonna move it to the side for a moment. Also, I need the exotic wood again. I'm gonna take merchant ideas, merchant 5-year loans. So I've definitely got enough for it. Yay! So what else am I needing for this? Capital not constructing a building. It's not constructing a building, is it? Oh, it's currently making a training field. Fucking cancel that shit. It needs base production of 8. Oh, I need to core it. Oh. Fuck. Death to the Empire. Oh! Dope. Era lesser. Color Jexus. Glorious tidings! Celador has given birth to a beautiful daughter. Also, I've negotiated with Corvuria for the sale of the Overmarches. Which is 10 provinces here, including Bal Award, and I'm going to be giving him 10,000 ducats for that land. So, yeah, perfect sale should be good. There's the first Bal Award for 1,000 ducats. Beautiful. See, this province has this lovely little monument called Bal Award, and if I get that to level 3, I get manpower recovery speed plus 15%, and the army tradition. It's beautiful. It's glorious. It cannot be argued with. Also, I need to get back my income, because we are no longer over 1,000 income, which is rough because I am the economic hegemon and we kind of need to be. So we'll get working on that. Okay, so we've got a grand relic excavation. The Knorrians in the west have been pillaging Elantir for relics for quite some time now and have been brought back many incredible and powerful devices. If we are to keep up in this race to reclaim the past, Bulwar needs to begin some relic hunts of its own. One of our advisors proposed a launch a grand excavation to find relics from the eras of genies and god kings in our homeland. Yeah, I agree with that, and I'll give you a little bit more money. Excellent idea. Give the archaeologists the funding they demand, and even more. And triumph of the clergy. While none would openly defy the clergy, there are few states where they are influential, as in the Phoenix Empire. There isn't a single institution in our country that isn't entirely under the influence of the clergy, and the power of the Empress depends on them now more than ever. It's perhaps only natural that the clergy now also wishes to take a more active role in the practical ruling of our country. Lately, a number of suggestions have been made by their representatives to further harmonize our laws and traditions with those of the spiritual realm. The ambition is to cleanse our court culture from any unorthodoxy and to ensure that the country is governed accordingly to religiously sound rules and ideals. Yeah, we'll follow the recommendations of the clergy. Why not? And we're not going to do a horse race. I'm going to go into so much debt getting this land. How much more is there? 2 more provinces. I guess I'll just take another loan. See, I do need to be worried about Verkogulan. They are stationed on my border, which is always awkward. Let's counter-espionage. And also regular espionage. Alright, and this one here needs to be at 8 dip. And as it's at 8 dip, we can now fund this after we have 2,000 gold. I don't think I need that, so we'll not build a palace. We're building this palace instead. Though the building itself is now completed, our new palace still lacks any decent furnishings, containing merely what is needed to be functional. We shall rectify this and obtain furnishings and decorations of the highest quality: silk cushions, golden tables, ivory bookcases, glass drapes, porcelain doors. Nothing but the finest and most expensive materials shall befit the glory of the Phoenix Empire. And I'm just gonna take a loan right there, so that I can build my palace. We'll furnish our palace. What is a palace without furniture? The furnishings of a palace, just as much as all other elements, if not more so, define the impression a structure gives. Then it's important that our furnishings are chosen carefully, so that the proper impression is given to visitors. Our palace is to be a symbol after all. Thus, the first option is the most simple, furnishing of the traditional imperial style, a mix of Elven and Bulwari design. The frailty and intricate elegance of the traditional Elven carving, mixed with the bold and sweeping designs of Bulwari construction, make for at once a beautiful and imposing furnishing. More importantly, by using this style exclusively, an important message is sent, that the Phoenix Empire is an empire of elves and Bulwari. All else should learn their place. There is, however, an alternative. Though still making use of Bulwari furnishing primarily, we could also seek to import furnishing from across the Empire and beyond. Anbennar cushions upon Keterat and chairs next to tables carved from Dwarven style, topped with a vase imported from the porcelain cities to the east. A multicultural furnishing for a multicultural empire. So, governing capacity, or promotion of cultures. I'm pretty happy with, the where I am with cultures. So I think I'll go with a governing capacity. The palace interior shall reflect our heritage. And so yeah, now I've got 10 grand of debt. So I'm going to work on that. Anyway, we got a halfling's gift. Do I want 200 ducats? Sure, I will take 200 ducats. That's fine. Yeah, and then I guess we'll just slowly pay off our loans. Also for here, I was thinking, Magically has done fucking nothing for us so far. Literally nothing. But we could change it to this one for plus 15% manpower. That's pretty good. 1137 could change into 1253. That's nothing to be sniffed at. The great thing about this golden highway that we've got running throughout our country is I'm not getting nearly as much attrition, right? Or no attrition really for all of these dudes stood here. And that's like incredible. It's not something we generally have, you know? Having no attrition at all for armies this size is, you can't underappreciate it. It's pretty dope. But yeah, for a while I think we're just going to save money and pay off our loans. We also want this to finish coring so we can start improving Bal Award, and we're probably going to spend manpower to make it go faster. It's like 10,000 manpower to you know, spam click this and get it finished. It's a pretty good idea, I think. Wow, that is an alliance chain you've got there. Fucking hell. Jesus, the Les Clan. I thought Corvuria's was a bit hugboxy, but that's fucking some mad shit right there. Like, these three being together makes sense. The reaches is a little bit excessive as well. And then mine, yeah. We can also give the province back to Sarenvar now. We've improved it for him. And our palace is being built. It's a beautiful sight. Why does Lambert have Corvuria's land? Because Corvuria sold it to me. And we're going to full core it. And we're going to accept awardee. There is one province with a Gnoll minority. Or we're just going to yeet it away. Proclaim a guarantee on Corvuria. Going to do the same to Sarenvar. Balaward is now patronized. So I need 2,500 ducats to do that. Do I save up the 2,500 and, you know, start this off first? I think I do. Some advice from the Old Guard. Some Old Guard from our armies have approached us with some key advice. They say that artificery is not a worthwhile pursuit and has no place in the military. Traditional arms and armor are what the military works best with, and using magic in battle is already a stretch for them to incorporate. I kind of disagree, but I also like army traditions, so I'm going to say that's some sound advice. Using magic in battles is such a pussy move. I don't know if I agree with that. Trade efficiency, hello. Or 11 grand. I think I'm going to go trade efficiency. I think in the long run it works out to be more money. But that 11 grand is... Oh, no, I'm going 11 grand. I'm going 11 grand. I'm getting rid of this debt. No loans. And enough money still to upgrade Bal Award. Let's go. So in however the fuck 10 years that'll be done, or we could just like have it be done now is also an option. So now we're at level 2. We got 10% manpower recovery speed, and I need 5 grand, which we're going to save up and get. 5 grand, and we'll upgrade it again. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what happened to the income, but our hegemonic status is pretty irrelevant now, isn't it? Kind of wish I went saved it for a military hegemon. Negative 20% land attrition is pretty dope, actually. Income wise, we're still, you know, head and shoulders above. Take that. Maximum manpower, I'm still head and shoulders above. In the bank, Sarenvar's got 64,000. Holy fuck. That is some mad dope shit. I would like to go and check out something. I want to see what's on this island. Because this is Eordland, and Eordland was one of the states that was threatening some kind of action against me. Or that I've heard rumblings is, you know, threatening some kind of action against me. So I just want to see if he's got anything stationed on this island. Is offensive ideas the next idea you're going to take? No, I have to take a Diplo idea, and it's going to be maritime. 1k and 3 boats. Okay. Mages will no longer have the privilege to cast spells. But that means, I believe, that I can cast more spells? Yeah, I can cast spells again. Things like encouraging plant growth, getting goods produced and all that. I think it's really, really good. So let's do it. Yeah, up to 10-13 now. My hegemonic status is going up again. Also, Vern is a Witch King. Okie dokie. And we are going to accept awardee. This is all awardee here. Just need to wait for all the cores to finish. So yeah, what's my manpower recovery right now? It's 13,000. It's pretty good. You kind of like hearing the cat? I don't. It reminds me of Catarata, who is allied with you. Can I support their independence? I kind of think I should support their independence. Protests have been popping up among the common folk against our ban on the use of artificery. They appreciate the small devices which ease their days, and do not see the deeper threat within them that we do. These protests are peaceful for now, but they could easily turn into a full riot if we're not careful. Perhaps we should consider lifting the ban to appease the populace, now that we have a better understanding of artifice. We'll lower the ban a little bit. That seems fine to me. We'll lower the ban a little bit. Get rid of some of that unrest. Because we kind of like some artifice. I think that might be a good thing for our country, our nation, for the world, even. The wars of consolidation have ended. The War of the Sorcerer King ended with the climactic battle of Trial Mount. It was a ritual appropriate to the times. A tournament of men and elves selected a handful of the most prominent figures in Cano to ascend the mountain, take its trials, and slay Nickmare. A few died in the tournament, many more died in the ascent, but ultimately, taking up Kilindil, the Gleaming Blade, Clarimond of Oldhaven slew the Dark Mage and ended his reign. But these are not those times. Honor, chivalry, these are all words whose meaning has decayed in the centuries since those great deeds. The Iscan Wars of Consolidation do not end with the tournament. Indeed, they do not end with any particular event at all. That may be how history used to go, but it is not the nature of our present chaos. Perhaps the land finally is saturated with blood and can take no more. Perhaps the soldiers are spent, generations left on the battlefield. Perhaps it is just the sight of Esthil's Astorian I, standing in Castanath's tallest spire, proclaiming to all the start of a new era. Whatever it is that the future historians point to, right now we know only this. The wars of consolidation are over, and at least for the briefest moment, there will be peace. Oh fuck, it's not Esthil anymore, it's the fucking Black Domain! Astorian of Corpsecliff. The Black Domain do be a thing, and it do be very black. That is, that's a scary looking sight, not gonna lie. Kill it with holy fire. Let's upgrade Baal Award. And then just use all the manpower to make it go faster again. Fuck taking 10 years. We do be finishing it right now. And we have the level 3 manpower recovery speed plus 15%. Let's fucking go. Oh my god. Imagine we could move it. That'd be fucking dope. I don't know how big you have to be or how small you have to be to move it. Fucking hell, 9 years ahead of time, and I could just straight up take it. Oh, I'm actually kind of considering it, you know? We're almost capped here. Maybe we'll wait until next year and we'll take it at plus 80%. Because who cares if admin tech is, it's admin points. No one cares. Plans are currently being made for a minor reform to our army. New tactics, weapons, and commands are some of the areas being discussed to improve our combat efficiency. I'm going to take that army tradition. And I'm going to roll a couple of generals. Hell yeah. No. Hell yeah. No, I need fire. Fucking hell yeah. No. I think you can be fired. I think you can be fired. Like 4 is the minimum I want. That's good. Like assault by fire. Yeah, I want some shock. Yeah, we'll do that. That's good. The mages have provoked the artificers. The more our scientists study artifice, the more enraptured they become with it. They have been able to replicate even large-scale spells without the use of actual magic, and are often found bragging these discoveries to the mages of the court. The mages are starting to get sick of this boasting and have recently provoked the artificers to prove their lofty boasts. Make sure no troops are in Bulwar. Okay, there's no one in Bulwar. The Artificers have accepted the Mages' challenge. A team of Artificers, Mages, and Royal Engineers have made plans for a dueling ground that will be sizable enough and fair to both sides. It will have special targets of different varieties, fortification setup, and room for enough for 2 small armies to deploy there. It will be located outside the capital, so that it may be used for future duels if this one goes well or proves entertaining. After several days' setup, the arena was complete, and many have come to watch the spectacle, including Bulwark. Both parties have come with their best and brightest, experts each in the fields of magic or artificery. They've taken their places on either side of the arena and have finished their preparations. All that remains is to determine who gets to strike first. We'll toss a coin. We'll toss a coin and see what happens. This is dope. Now the mages and the artificers are fighting each other in my capital. At the moment, the Artificers have lost more men. Yeah, the Mages are here, Artificers are here. So it's because the Mages actually have a better general. And there's a -1 terrain penalty for the Artificers. So the Mages are kicking ass. Everything else looks to be equal. It's all based on rolls. And this is really cool to have, like, oh yeah, this event's just going to spawn 2 rebel stacks and have them fight each other. It's kind of dope, I'm not going to lie. Yeah, the mages have decisively defeated the artificers. Fireballs flying through the air, bolts of lightning striking down around them, whirring sounds, then rapid zapping, smoke billowing about the field, always in chaos. The mages had pushed forward, then had been made to fall back several times now. But still they fought on. Spells of fear and sleep were cast to try and break the artificer lines, while the latter dodged the arcs of fire and lightning flying through the air towards them. Though the artificers were skilled, the mages gained the advantage and pressed them back to their side before the artificers finally yielded, exhausted and wounded. The mages were victorious, and the duel was a great success. Dope. That's pretty cool. That's a really cool event. I like that a lot. Alright, let us take the tech way ahead of time, but whatever. And we will take maritime ideas. Navy tradition from protecting trade, cool. And we'll soon be able to take more sailors. Yay. The big one, of course, is Naval Force Limit Modifier from Grand Navy. There's a second idea in the Merchant Marine. What actually would I get for getting all of these? Hey, ship combat ability might be useful, actually. The morale of navies as well is pretty dope. A new level of professionalism? Oh shit, we're at 100%! Sweet! Our generals are now real cheap. We've done it. The excavations are over, and a letter from the head of operations says that they hit the motherlode. Relics and treasures from the bygone ages of Bulwark have been unearthed and are being packed up to ship back to the capital as we speak. This is a momentous occasion for our nation. The only thing left to do now is decide who these relics will go to. So the mages... I get shock damage. I don't care about shock damage. Land fire damage is pretty dope. Equipped to my special... all who work in the Phoenix Empire, I get a little bit of fire and a little bit of shock. I kinda don't care. We'll go with this one. It'll greatly benefit our artificers. Oh wow, that's rude. This is rude. I'm gonna lose the stability. You go wait a second. I lose the stability, and then I'm gonna buy that stability back. Lucian Carter. The Driftwood pirates of Drolican who hunt the eastern Devonhall know stolen and jury-rigged boats cannot stand up to a fully protected trade flotilla. So, as beggars can't be choosers, they happily pounce on unexciting but accessible opportunities that Gnolls might ignore. The small dhow floating under the grey Bloom's Dawn sky was clearly one such target, with not a single cannon showing on deck. Seizing it went smoothly, but for the experienced pirates, not a single wound was taken, and the ambush crew quickly surrendered. Fortunately, the hold was not completely empty. Unfortunately, it seems to have nothing of any value whatsoever. It was almost entirely taken up by a few crates of strange contraptions with unclear purpose, and similarly befuddling methods of use, and vast reams of paper dense with text. Still, with the approval of the pirate, a Carl, and the help of some Gnollish contacts in Nathalair, the crew's ransom might yield the gold that the ship did not. The day was done, and the Driftwood pirates headed back to Betellis, content with simple profits for a simple opportunity taken, or so they thought. Because among this crew was a very strange man, not at all like most others the Drawlers had encountered. Prisoners are supposed to be swimming in a mix of shock and fear, but this Lucian Carter was instead incessantly trying to make conversation in a mixture of common and broken Bulwari, in a friendly tone. Not even the threat of chains and gags dimmed the brightness of his face, and he asked prying questions of our faith in Suriel, and dropped offhand mentions of new discoveries in the west. This was clearly a matter for the pirate Akal, and so upon arrival in Betellis, he was delivered to the Akal's hideout, and surely her forbidding demeanour would put the proper fear in this strange man. Surely. Lose 2 stability? Oh no, yeah, I'll have a royal treatise. Yeah, what a peculiar man. I gain money. Cool. And also a frigate. The royal treaties will go ahead. 80% chance of doing it properly. Let's hope we get it this time. For fuck's sake. It's just ridiculous. Not gonna lie. The amount of times, like, XCOM ain't got fucking shit on me. You think that event is broken? I think so too. I'm losing so much money. Stop guaranteeing everyone around him. I think he's talking to me. The investigators have concluded that artifice is a form of magic. Cruder at the moment than traditional magic, but magic nonetheless. It does, however, have enormous potential to be refined and perfected, as magic has been for so many centuries. The ability to arm soldiers with devices of artifice in the field could turn the tides of battle. Incorporating it into the factories and crafting guilds could produce very high-quality goods with very little effort or resources. And even the clergy could use them to help heal and repair. Therefore, they say, artifice should be pursued without a doubt, but only by sun elves who will do so responsibly and with grace. The proclamation the following day was met with mixed reactions. While the people were pleased that artifice would be making its way into their lives to their benefit, many were disgruntled by the news that only the elves would be allowed to pursue its development. The majority, however, trust in the chosen to do the right thing, and to use this new discovery to help them and guide them ever towards the light of Suriel, as they have with magic before. So I get the Artificer estate with the restriction artifice capacity. Okie dokie. Display the Artificer capacity breakdown. We have an Artifice capacity of 4. That seems like a little, very little amount. Invention research takes 10. Fuck's sake. Special unit plus 2.5%. Actually, yeah, we got special units now, don't we? We can make... nothing. We don't. Actually, I think I have to pass this first, and then, yeah, we can now make 22 artificer units. That's not a lot. It really isn't a lot. You're still building that. Actually, what do I need for the next level? Artist. I need exotic wood again. I need exotic wood with a manufactory. I don't suppose you have a manufactory, do you? It has a mill, okay. It's either we get it back from Sarnvar again, or we go into Vanrahar. I do kind of want to attack Vanrahar now, to be honest. At least to get Kedarada. Like, I want just Kedarada to be mine. Actually, let's have a look at this again. 8.5, 70, you're right, you were at 79, but you've allied these two. I think I should improve relations to the... oh, wait, you're already there? Oh, hegemon is negative 100. Yeah, no, we're never going to get it done then, are we? Actually, we might. Let's remove that. If we can influence them, send them money, we'll get it over 0. As soon as we get it over 0, then we're good. Silver Forge has been abandoned. Oh, wow, that's rough. I don't know if I can help you with that one, buddy. Yeah, Silver Forge is basically dead. Lauren isn't going to help. Or is not able to help. Arcan the Apocalyptic. Holy shit. That's a bit scary, not gonna lie. He's an Acolyte Dominion. I don't even know what they are. Acolyte Dominions. Some mad magic shit, not gonna lie. Oh yeah, this guy, who we were increasing relations with. I can't remember who it was. This one. Influence Nation, 75 ducats. Because if I support his independence, like, he'd probably call me to war. And that would split off Keterada. I think, because he's allied with Keterada. He would actually accept now. Anyway, I'm going to support your independence. Now, if he declares war, I believe he would call his allies in as well, even though they are not. Actually, the deliberative desire is 100. Oh, probably because I'm now involved, right? 100%. Actually, you're still 7.2%. 100%. 100%. When are they going to want to rebel? I mean, they've clearly got the... Oh, right now. Right now is that time. The time is right now. We are at war with Vanderhaar.